What's up, Devils Nation, and welcome in to another edition of Coach's Corner. I am your host, Andrew Romanella, and today I am joined by head field hockey coach Maura Johnston. Mo, thank you for joining Coach's Corner.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, that fires me up. So listen, all right, let's get this thing started right from the beginning. Where, how, when, what was the driving force for you becoming a coach?
So I actually started my coaching career where I played field hockey, which is Montclair State, which is not a far drive right from here at FDU. I ended up helping out the spring of my senior year with some former teammates and to just kind of start to learn how the college coaching process works. And I really think that's where I started to fall in love with it and really see how much work went into, the day-to-day in college field hockey. So after that, I applied to a bunch of different graduate assistant jobs for field hockey, and I ended up at the Catholic University of America down in Washington, D.C., where I coached for 2 years, and I was able to get my master's degree as well. After that, I came back to New Jersey, where I coached as the assistant at Stevens Institute of Technology, which is now one of our conference opponents. And then that was my last stop on the journey before FDU, which was my first head coaching job.
So when you first went back to Montclair State after you graduated and you got that first taste of coaching, was there something specific that you kind of latched onto that really drew you deeper in?
I think just seeing the grind and seeing how much actually goes into running a successful national competitor field hockey team, and just seeing the things that so much happens off the field that goes into the overall success of the program. And I think I just kind of fell in love with that grind and seeing the behind the scenes and seeing the recruiting and just that hustle. I think it's awesome. And I wanted to make that my lifestyle.
So you made it your lifestyle. You go through the grind and you become a head coach at FDU Florham. Now that you're in the head coaching chair, do you try and emulate your coaching style after anybody? Is there a mentor that you think about often when you're on the field? What kind of coach has Mo Johnston become?
I think I'm still becoming. I think I'm always learning every day. I am fairly young to be a head coach, but I do think that's an advantage for me because I'm always growing, always learning, always calling different coaches. I do think you take a little bit from every single coach that you coach for as an assistant. You just kind of see what you like, you see what you don't like, and just all different types of strategies on the field, off the field, recruiting. I would say that though the coach that's had the biggest impact on me and who I really try to emulate is my college coach, Beth Gotten. She's no longer the head coach at Montclair State, but she was just an incredible mentor, and she was the one who was really just opened these doors for me and just showed me that I could make this my life if I wanted it to be.
So you mentioned your mentor and you mentioned a coach that you try and emulate. Do you think often about times when you were a player underneath her, when you talk to your players now and build relationships with them?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think the way she handled situations and just kind of her language and her maturity really always made an impact on me and made me want to be better. So that's definitely something that I'm always looking to do. And I'm always thinking about kind of what would she do. And I'm lucky enough to kind of still have her in my life. So I pick up the phone and call her, or I stop by her house when I feel a little bit overwhelmed. So that's been awesome to just have her still with me.
So when you're a recruiting coach, what type of players are you looking for to recruit to the FDU Florham field hockey program?
So what we're really looking for is athletes that are going to bring our program to the next level, obviously, but then also just all around team players and people who are so bought into what we're doing here and want to be a part of this so badly that, that those are the kinds of players that really push us to that next level and get us successful and keep us successful.
So we talked about the players you're recruiting to your program. Now talk to me about the players in your program and the values that you stress to them on a daily basis.
So our field hockey program as a whole, we say we're a family, and that's on the field, that's off the field, through the good, the bad, the ugly. We are all in it together. So we really pride ourselves on that. And then more of a day-to-day thing that we talk about every single day is energy. We always say the energy that you bring to the day is what you're going to get out of it. And we as teammates, as coaches, have so much power through energy to, pick each other up, to raise our level of play. And I think that's important, an important take for off the field as well. It's just exactly what you bring to the day is what you're going to get out of it. So that's where energy really comes into play.
You mentioned family, you mentioned energy, two things that I couldn't agree with you more, Coach, because when you bring a positive energy every single day, good things can happen. And in terms of the family, we have a real good family going on here in our athletic department as well. So can you talk to us about your time here on the Florham campus and how that same family that you stress to your field hockey program is something that is stressed in our athletic department as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're really lucky here at FDU. A lot of us are new head coaches, but have so much experience at other institutions. And like I said earlier, you learn from all different coaches, no matter where you are, the good and the bad. And I think we just have such a good diversity of where everyone's been before this. And, we really do lean on each other because, chances are if, I'm going through something, another coach here has as well. Like I said, the good and the bad. So it really has been super helpful. And it's just created such an awesome family environment for all of us to really lean on each other and, get some really cool things going.
I know 2020 has been a difficult year, and you've probably had to utilize leaning on other coaches, specifically in the fall, with how you're going to deal with what's kind of gone on. So talk to me, Coach, about how you addressed your team with the difficulties in 2020 and kind of what field hockey's vision is for navigating these waters and making sure we're still prepared for the 2021 season.
So I think for a lot of our student athletes, it's been really hard mentally this fall. So something I just keep reminding them is, we can do hard things. We can get through this. And we really have been leaning on each other and other student athletes for that. So that's something that has been super helpful because I think the mental toll of this is going to be the hardest part to get through. So it's just about seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. I know it keeps changing and, we all thought we'd be here this fall, but it's about just having that strong mindset and being able to get through just about anything. I keep saying if we could get through this, we can get through any field hockey here, anything. So yeah, just always something to look forward to.
I couldn't agree with that point more. And Coach Mo, I know how much you love being on the interview session with me. So I got another question for you. It's your last one, though. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel for you in terms of this Coach's Corner. Here it is, though. All right. And I think it's the most important question we ask on Coach's Corner. There's a coach getting their career started. Simply put, what advice do you have for that coach as they begin this journey?
Absolutely. And I think this is interesting advice I could give just kind of as a younger head coach who started coaching pretty early in their life. But I would just say coach as many things as you can. So get a feel for what you like, whether that's high school, whether that's youth, whether it's college, and really just putting yourself out there because much like normal jobs, everyone has connections. So I think it's just really important to put yourself out there, know as many people in the field hockey world or for you, baseball, whatever your respective sport is, and to just get out there and really coach. And that's how you make connections and that's how you meet people. And it's paid off for me. So
one of the most important lessons in life, building relationships.
Absolutely.
You got to do it. We've built a great relationship here at FDU Florham. Coach Johnston, you can follow FDU Field Hockey at FDUFH on Instagram and on Twitter. Coach Mo, I thank you so much for your time on Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Romo. Thanks for having me.
Horns up.